Good morning, all of you. Today we will be discussing the basic classification of fruit crops. So these are the different classifications. So we will see one by one in detail. So for botanical classification, primarily any crop can be classified as either monocot or dicot. So dicots will be having two cotyledons, and whereas in monocots there will be single cotyledon. So, examples for monocot fruit crops are banana, date palm, and pineapple. So, most of the other fruit crops belongs to the dicots. So, these are all the dicot fruits along with the family. Then classification based on climate. For this, it is classified as tropical fruits, subtropical, and temperate fruits, which all are familiar with. Then, based on the humidity, it is classified as arid fruits, like the fruit crops grown in the arid zone. Then semi-arid fruits, example tamarind, fig custard apple. Then humid zone fruits, mangosteen, lychee, and citrus fruits. The next classification is based on morphology. So some will be tree, and in tree also there will be deciduous trees and evergreen trees. In deciduous we know like temperate fruits. And in evergreen like mango, sapota, guava, etc. Then coming to the shrubs, lemon, lime, pomegranate and mulberry, herb, pineapple, banana, papaya, strawberry, and wines, all are familiar with the wine fruits. Then classification based on photoperiodic response, like based on the photoperiodic requirement, like long day plants, example passion fruit, apple, short day plants, strawberry and pineapple, and day neutral plants where the light period doesn't have any effect. So such fruit crops example papaya, guava and banana. Then classification based on bearing habit. So terminal bearing and axillary bearing, and in terminal bearing also there will be all season, the flowering and fruiting will be happening on the all season growth or past season growth, and in some crops it will be happening in the current season growth. So example is given here. Then axillary bearing. So in the case of axillary bearing current season growth, guava, papaya, orange and passion fruit. Then all season growth and axillary bearing, apple, pear, peach, plum, custard apple. Then mixed bearing example, pomegranate, citrus, carambola. So in mixed bearing it can happen both in the axillary and terminal position. In classification based on flowering habit. Ever flowering, or there will be always flowering like papaya, sapota, then passion fruit also. Then seasonal flowering habit, like it flowers during a particular season, only after a particular amount of temperature or rain. After they receive that, they start flowering mango, jackfruit, guava, mangosteen, rambutan, etc. In classification based on fruit morphology, like simple fruits and modified fruits or complex fruits. So from in the case of simple fruits, it will be formed from a single ovary of a single flower. So from the single ovary of a single flower, the fruit will be formed. So example are berry, example banana, papaya and sapota. Then modified berry, there are two types of modified berry, that is baluster and amphisarca. Baluster example is pomegranate and amphisarca example is wood apple and bay. Then palm fruits, apple, pear and quince. Then drupe or stone fruits, mango, peach, plum, bird, hesperidium. All the citrus fruits comes in the fruit category of hesperidium. Then nut fruits, lychee and rambutan. And capsule example is amla. The second category is aggregate fruits. So in the case of aggregate fruits, the fruit will be developed from numerous ovaries within a single flower. So in a single flower, there will be multiple ovaries or many ovaries, and these many ovaries of a single flower will be combined to form fruits. That is happening in the case of aggregate fruits. So iterary of berries, that means so many berry fruits will be combined together, that is custard apple. Then iterary of drupes, blackberry, raspberry and lemon. Iterary of achenes, strawberry. Then next is the multiple or composite or complex fruit. So in the case of these type of fruit, there will be, as in the case of aggregate fruit, there will be many ovaries, but the many ovaries will not be from a single flower, but from different flowers. But the different flowers will be on the same inflorescence. That is, fruits will be developing from several ovaries of several flowers located at the same inflorescence. So example is Synchronous, that is fig. Then Sorosis, example in the Moraceae family fruit crops like breadfruit, jackfruit, etc. And then pineapple. The next classification is based on growth pattern, single sigmoid growth curve. Examples are given here. And double sigmoid growth curve, examples stone fruits, grapes, fig, olive and raspberry. And triple sigmoid growth curve, that is example is kiwi fruit. This question, for example, for triple sigmoid growth curve have been asked in many exams. Then classification based on tolerance to shade. So fruit crops like carambola and bilibi, they are highly shade tolerant. Then slightly shade tolerant, example banana and mangosteen. Then highly shade sensitive. So these are the fruit crops which are highly shade sensitive. Then based on the acid tolerance, slightly tolerant to acid soil. Example mango, citrus, banana, guava, papaya, apple, peach, kiwi. Then moderately tolerant to acid soil. Fruit crops like orange, pineapple, jackfruit, avocado, lychee and loquat are moderately tolerant to acid soil. Then coming to wood apple, bale and strawberry, they are highly tolerant to acid soil. The fruit crops which are highly tolerant to acid soil are wood apple, bale and strawberry. Then tolerant to alkaline soil, example guava, date palm, amla and custard apple. So the next classification is based on relative salt tolerance. So highly tolerant fruit crops are date palm, bear, amla, guava and bale. Then fruit crops which are medium tolerant to salt include pomegranate and jamun. Then highly sensitive to salt fruit crops like mango, citrus, apple, avocado, pear and strawberry. These are highly sensitive to the relative salt amount. The next classification is based on the respiratory behavior. So based on the respiratory behavior, fruits are classified into climatic and non-climatic fruits. So when coming to the climatic fruits, in the case of climatic fruits, there will be an increased rate of respiration and also increased ethylene production. And these fruits will be ripening after we harvest those fruits from the tree. So if we harvest and keep these climatic fruits, they will be ripening. So the examples are mango, banana, sapota, jackfruit, apple and pear. But when coming to the non-climatic fruits, there will not be that peak rate of respiration in the case of these non-climatic fruits. And if we harvest those non-climatic fruits from the trees, the process of senescence starts. But in the case of climatic fruits, after the harvest, the fruits will be ripening. But in the case of non-climatic fruits, their process of senescence, or the if we keep it for long, the fruit will be going to the process of senescence and finally decay. So these non-climatic fruit crops examples are citrus fruits, then plum, peach, pineapple and strawberry. The next is classification based on storage life. So the fruit crops which can be kept only for 4 weeks, that is classified as highly perishable. Example, strawberry. Strawberry is highly perishable. Then comes banana, then other berry fruits, then cherry, fig, all those things. Then perishable, which can be stored for 4 to 8 weeks. That is avocado, grape, mandarin, passion fruit, peach, pineapple, plum. Semi-perishable, 6 to 12 weeks. Oranges. Then non-perishable, they can be stored without damage for more than 12 weeks. That is, good example is apple. Apple will be available even after 2 months of harvest. Then lemon, then pear, they are non-perishable fruits. So these are the references, and this is just a basic classification of fruit crops, and there are many other classifications which you can go in detail from books. So thank you.